I would like to ask you what Hengqin means.
Yes.
I mean the cooperation zoom here means to UM's research because we are in Hengqin, but now we are from Macau. So what's the cooperation between Hengqin and Zhuhai and Macau?
The State Key Lab also opened a branch inside the ZUMRI Institute that's called the Microelectronics Center. So this was the first branch of our State Key Lab here in China and in Hengqin. And with that branch, what we have been doing is basically collaborating with the local industry or with the Chinese companies in the area of Hengqin, Zhuhai, but also other areas like Shenzhen, and we are expanding. So to be here was quite important for that relationship with these companies, because since we are a State Key Lab, besides the top research results in state-of-the-art electronics, we also need to contribute to the country with the collaboration and helping the Chinese industry. And this was the main reason why we set up this pole here in Hengqin, in our Microelectronics Center, and now we already have per year many projects of cooperating with many Chinese companies in the region.
As you mentioned, and as we know, chip industry is a key industry in Zhuhai. And what's the advantage in Zhuhai and in Macau? Because we want to cooperate with Zhuhai, and what's the advantage between us?
The collaboration with these companies is better to be done here in Hengqin than in Macau.
In the near future, how to promote more people or more students to join this library or join this key industry?
Yeah. Well, besides this activity in these startup companies, and this will start to attract more people and more students or graduates to come here, we also started 2 years ago 2 master programs. One is the Master of Philosophy in Microelectronics, another is the Master of Science in Electronics. The Master of Philosophy is more devoted for students that want to follow a research career at the academic level. Master of Science is more for students that plan to work in the industry. Okay, and that program already we have 2 editions of it. We have close to 100 students now, and the demand for this program is quite high. We have more than 200 or 300 applicants to the program, to the 2 programs every year. And one particular thing of the Master of Science, that is to train people for the industry, is they need to have, instead of thesis, they have an internship in a company, and in the end they have to develop a report. And those students are passing now the time for their internship. Some of them in the companies in the region, but some of them also in our Microelectronics Center, where we have the project with the companies. So with these Master of Science developing in the coming decade, I'm pretty sure that the attraction of students from Macau or China here will be very high.
Is there any cooperation or some near plan for the cooperation between Macau, between Zhuhai, and between Portuguese-speaking countries?
Well, I think that now that the pandemic is over, we are seeing more and more visits from people from these countries. Even yesterday there was a delegation of young entrepreneurs from the Portuguese-speaking countries that visit our lab. Okay, and some of them are quite interested to develop some collaboration, but of course the level of development in this area of electronics is a bit lagging behind of those countries. So we have presented some areas of possible cooperation related more with applications that we have in some projects that we have going on. And we present, for example, a project for the wireless charging of the motorbikes, which is a project that we are presenting to the Macau government, where the bikes that can be, as you know now we have electric cars and electrical motorbikes, but if you need to charge them, you just plug in some cable and you charge them. But we have developed a circuit and a system that wirelessly you can just park the bike in one place and wirelessly can be charged, which is much simpler. And this is one technology that can be applied in those Portuguese-speaking countries. Together with it, we also develop a circuit compensator that stabilizes the voltage in any building, which for those countries under development is also quite important because the voltage is quite unstable. So these two areas are two areas that we can explore with them, and they are interested to continue the contacts with us. But besides this, during the pandemics, we have developed together with the institute in Macau, that is the IDQ Macau, we developed two ventilators that were original in terms of technology that were donated to a university in Maputo in Mozambique and a university in Angola, in Lubango. And besides the donation, the ventilators were there to help the people during this pandemic time. We also donate all the technology, and now we are transferring this technology for these two countries in order that they can develop the ventilators by themselves. So these are basically two examples of this possible collaboration.